Hello, welcome back. My name is ferocious, and we are doing more Tunic. So we are now in, I don't know, you can call it the post game, since we did get the normal ending. Which, I mean, normal ending, bad ending, I mean, it's kind of a matter of semantics at that point. Definitely not the optimal ending. To get the good ending, I believe, I mean, I'm pretty, confident that we have to collect all of the fairies, which is, we see here on the instruction booklet which ones are left. That should get us all of the pages of the instruction booklet, which then, once we defeat the air again, having done all that, we should get a new ending. And, I mean, I'm not necessarily a completionist, but all the games I play, but if there's a good ending, I'm going to try to get it. Especially, I mean, the normal ending was it was a little, forlorn and dark. I mean, if you haven't seen, if you're just kind of tuning in and haven't seen that, go back to my last video, or go ahead and go back to the playthrough, the playlist, and watch all and catch up. Or better yet, play the game yourself. This game is really good. So, we're going to be utilizing our seeking spell to help find the fairy locations. And we've done that a little bit unsuccessfully. Like, we've found a couple puzzles, but then haven't been able to solve said puzzles. So I'm gonna go today, start off at the sort of the graveyard location, because I don't believe we found any fairies there. So I think that's a good place to start. And I believe we know that the fairy puzzles can be something you could do during the day or during the night. So you can kind of flip back and forth, utilizing the bed in that little house we went past, and we may get different access to the puzzles once, or the fairies once we've done that. So here we are. Do we want to be here though? In this part of the graveyard? I don't know. I don't think so. Again, it has been a couple of weeks since I've last played. How do we get to that lower level? So it's gonna be a little bit rusty. I'm looking at this golden yellow piece because we did find in the East Forest an area where there was a big sort of piece of that gold thing that was like broken, right? It was obviously like there was a thing here, and where was it? And this was a thing too, because we have the D-pad here. Okay, before we advance on, let's do our seeking spell just to confirm, right? So that's where the treasure chest would be. And here is what's clearly the golden cross, the D-pad, right? The flowers have been a symbol for us in the past of like, these are the inputs to kind of, to do. So I'm thinking this is up, down, left, and right, right? So we have 2 flowers here, or there's 4 here. Because in the past, the number of flowers was like the number of like inputs. Like if this was like 1, for example, you do this one first, then 2, then 3, then 4. But I don't see a single flower, right? I don't think it's like up 4 times. Interesting. We have come here at night as well. So we know there's a puzzle there. So let's again return to. We'll come back to that. So I want to go to fresh puzzle for us. So what has been going on in my life? Well, oh, here are more of those pieces. I definitely think like those are related. I should be making note of that. I'll come back and probably take a screenshot as we leave this area. But let's do our seeking spit. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck. Okay, fairies, show me the way. Didn't really show us anything. No, come on, dude. So yeah, I was saying, what I've been up to. It is the week after the Super Bowl, or I guess a couple days after the Super Bowl. And, I mean, I am a huge football fan. I'm not going to comment on the game itself. I mean, it kind of ended with a controversial sort of call. But I know the Venn diagram of Tunic fans and football fans is not really a circle, right? It's pretty big, I'd imagine. Or, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But what I am excited about is, I mean, I am a pretty big football fan, so when the football season is happening, I, like, spend so much time in front of the TV. And, I mean, probably too much time. So I'm kind of excited for all of the time I kind of get back in all of the other media that I can go consume that I haven't been consuming, like movies, TV, that like, because, you know, football's a long game, and like on Sundays, like you're in front of the TV for a long time, which again is great if your team is good and whatnot, which my team usually isn't, but if you're playing fantasy and whatnot. So, I mean, I've watched a couple movies, like I told you last week, of watching The Menu, which was good, different. I watched The Patient over the weekend. I mean, it's short, right? It was very bingeable. It's 10 episodes, and it was kind of, I don't know. It's a hard recommend. Like, I don't think it was very good. I thought Steve Carell was fantastic, and he's a great actor. The premise, for anyone who hasn't seen it, it is the story of a therapist who gets kidnapped by one of his patients, who reveals, and this is all like in the first episode, right? So this isn't really a spoiler at all. Like, if you are, like, this is the description of the show, is therapist played by Steve Carell. He gets kidnapped by one of his patients, who is a serial killer. The serial killer imprisons him in his basement because he wants to get better. He wants to stop killing people. And he feels that the only way he could fully open up and trust the therapist from like not going to the police and turn him in is by chaining him to the floor in his basement. And clearly that's not a great way to get healthy, or, you know, so I mean, some of the early scenes in the show with them having their therapy sessions, it was interesting, but it's 10 episodes. I thought the first 5 episodes were, you know, okay. I mean, they were short, so it was like somewhat engaging. But like the second half of the series, like the back third, was like not super rewarding in my opinion. Like, there was a lot of suspension of disbelief that you kind of had to do with the character of the serial killer. For a show that overall had kind of like a realistic tone that they were going for, like, there were just big leaps that they were kind of asking of the viewer. Like, the character, his name is Sam, of the serial killer guy. He has like a very, very slight build to him from his appearance. he looks like kind of like a skinny kind of outsider, like a loner type person who does these like incredible feats of strength throughout like the show, where it's like, really, like, I don't know about that. Like, alright, now I'm back on the other side, which I think this is where I want to be, maybe, perhaps. I remember getting stuck here when I was leaving this area. Okay, there we go, I think. Let's do our spell, because when we're on the other side, these things kind of just doing what they're doing now, not really showing me much. I mean, please be a fairy in here. Maybe in the cathedral. Can we even get back to the cathedral from in here, where we are? I mean, I want to explore this area and then come back at night, just to fully exhaust the possibility of there being secrets back here. Here is our hero's shrine. Our seeking spell again. Does not appear to be treasure for us. What about in here? Do we get a reaction out of our fairy finders in here? Not really, no. And there's no way back up. This is where we fought, like, the boss rush, right? We had all these shrines here with all the different enemy types. So, not looking like there'll be fairies back here, at least during the day, but again, let's not give up just yet. You never know. Get over there. It's a little too far. What about back here? Is there something for us back here? Nothing? Oh. Money. Not really what I wanted. Now I wonder, I mean, can I go to the other world with the hero and kind of use that as a de facto sort of other sort of teleport for fast travel? I mean, we'll try it since we are over here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for us over here. Alright. Now, will it let us jump to other ones? No. Okay. Alright, so I think it's safe to say there's nothing for us in this area in the daytime. We gotta hop back, make this night, then maybe, perhaps. I mean, this looks like a D-pad over here too, but our seeking spell doesn't generate anything, right? Yeah, no. Now, I know when we first went through, like, into the graveyard, we were a ghost. We had to be dead. Which I don't know if we could be dead again. I don't know if we could be a ghost anymore. I think that was a limited time thing, but they wouldn't have the... This game has been too smart about, like, preventing you from, like, locking yourself out of, like, content in that regard. Like, sometimes you can go... There we go. Like, sometimes you can kind of go up a level. Sometimes you can go down a level. It's hard to tell in this particular area about all of your little hops. I want to go up to this one, or just down to the ground. Again, I remember getting stuck here in the past. There we go. Yes? Trees in the way. How do we get back down? Can we get down to that rock? No. This way? No. How about that cross? Oh, the rope right in front of my face. It's wide, it blended in with the rocks. Alright, so let's go switch it to night time. And we'll jump back that way. I wish this worked. Because it doesn't, right? It does not. And once we pass by here, we'll give this another look to see if our brain figures out what this puzzle means. I mean, those flowers they're speaking to me, but I don't know what they're saying. Last time we tried to like read this into the ground, if there was like a hidden path here for us to kind of key in, but it didn't do it. All right, killed those dudes. Kill you, kill you. Try to parry you, and you missed, but you missed too. Where's my bed? Here's my bed. Sweet dreams, little fox. All right, now it is nighttime. We got all of our blue fox ghost friends popping around. So I'm hoping the graveyard is open at night. Excuse me, trees. Pardon me. Wasn't there a ladder over here? Okay, ladder's over here. So yes, during the night, things are different. Things change. So hopefully that means the door is open. And let me screen grab this piece while I'm here. I don't know how they're gonna fit together. I mean, that's part of the puzzle, right? But let me save this. Where's my folder with pictures? Tunic, gold, obelisk piece. All right, back in the old burying ground. And it is open, so that's positive. We weren't able to get in on the bottom level over there to explore. And not getting a strong reaction from those pieces. But maybe when we're on this side of the fence. Oh, I forgot the invisible enemies that are in here. Oh no. Ow! There he is. I forgot why I did not like this area. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the chat, Frank. Oh, man. You can't target these things either. Well, I guess you can once you land a blow on them. Alright. Hey! I mean, when you first come here and you're a ghost, you have like no HP because you're a ghost and you've lost everything. So it's brutal to take a swipe from one of those guys. I mean, we have a lot of HP. Where are you? So it's not that. Ow! There he is. It's not the end of the world getting hit by. There's more than one. Oh, I hate these things. But we would have been dead like 3 times over if we were a ghost. I mean, there's treasure chests about that we haven't been able to open. So I mean, that's a good sign that like we're on the right track. There you are, you asshole. I want to go inside the cathedral, though. Which I forget where exactly that entrance was. There is a telescope up there. That would be helpful to access. Here. Oh, you're in the lower level, huh? Can you get up here? I don't think you can. Yeah, that's what I want to go in there. I don't think I found this telescope last time. I mean, that is a cool shot. The art direction for this game, I know I talk about it a lot, is really on point throughout the entirety of the game. Like, it's not graphically intense, like it's not gonna burn out your graphics card, but they did a really good job. How do I get over there? Can't get on top of this rock. Gotta be a hello, sir. It's way down this way. No. They have quite large swords. Don't take that out of context. Jedi Survivor playing will you be? Maybe. When is that out now, or when does that come out? April? I haven't actually seen too much about the Jedi Survivor game. Is it a third-person, like, character action game? These birds can be annoying too. Oh, hello. No, ow. Yeah, and they got the health drain if they hit you. Over here. He fell far. Alright, and that's how you get back down from the beginning, when we first entered. Strange how that's all lit up. I wonder if all the hero shrines are lit up at night. I mean, they might be, because if you haven't figured that out on your own, by the time you are incorporeal, when you're a ghost, it's awfully important for you to progress through the game to be able to know how to activate those shrines. Alright, now that we're inside. Alright, we're getting movement. They want me to go this way. That's more than they've done so far in a while. They're saying it's in here? I can't tell. Will they jump down a level if I do it from up here? Not really a strong indicator. I would like more clear sign. It's a sequel first made by God of War people in a Soulsborne style. That, I mean, Soulsborne and Star Wars, you're kind of speaking my language there. That does seem something I'd be interested in. Hello, clones. Oh god, I forgot how... Holy crap, I forgot how brutal these guys are. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm alive. Wow! I overestimated how easy I thought these guys would be. It's because, again, when you come here the first time, you have like a hit and you dead. I don't even know if like this is the right area I should be in. It's a cool area though. I have a feeling, no, this is the wrong area. Or at least for what we want with the looking for fairies. Let's go ahead and... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I would say let's go and heal, but then found some friends. I'd like to heal and then maybe explore a bit more up on the other side. We have big uh-ohs. Now we're okay. As long as we don't run into those fox clones again and allow them to touch us. So we have plenty of health potions, just when they permanently drain you, that's the issue. I don't think the gas mask does protect you against these guys. That wasn't so bad. Again, I don't think that's telling us that we're in the right spot. But there's like so many fairies we haven't gotten. Like, where are they? Where are they? Batman voice. I was so sure we'd at least get a puzzle in here. This is the super. This one's the really angry one. Yep. Oh my god. That hurt a lot. Let me do a quick Google, because I don't want to be wasting all of our time here. And all of my time. My time is valuable too. Fairies, Tunic, Cathedral. I just want to find out if there is any in here. If they are, then I'll try to find them. But if there's none here whatsoever, then it's like, Some of the fairies are easier to get if you can read the runic language through, though I think I've seen people luck into all the puzzles, so each absolutely could be findable without reading. That's helpful information. I guess I'll ask you this, is, without spoiling too much, does just finding more pages of the instruction booklet reveal more of the language, or is there something else you need to kind of do to read the language? I don't know if my mic just picked that noise up, but a motorcycle just rode down my block. Alright, this is the shop dude, right? It is. Hello. How are you, sir? I guess we'll buy these coins, since we know what they're for now, right? Thank you, sir. It's very creepy that that's a big fox skeleton. I mean, it's always been creepy that was a big fox skeleton. I find it more so creepy now that we've kind of done the initial ending. Okay, coin. You go in the well. You go in the well. I guess I need to put more in. Okay. There's usually a page with strong decoding hints, though I've seen people who are super good at ciphers decode it even before they get the hero's laurels and go ghost the first time. Note, I suck at ciphers. I eventually noped out of the coding and looked up the translation reference. But your joy in puzzles may be quite different than mine. Interesting. That's super intense. Very interesting. So I think what we'll do is, at the very least, I think the biggest hint that I got this session was these gold pieces, and I'm pretty confident that they'll sync up with the East Forest one. So let me find the other one that I saw. You may be able to piece that together. And here's the other piece. Interesting. All right, let me screenshot that. Whoop. Save this. Tunic, Obol 2. Great. All right, so let's go ahead. 'Cause I think I don't recall ever seeing a third piece anywhere. Hello, hello, friends. Under the waterfall, hanging out. I'm very annoyed I still haven't found how to get to that treasure chest. Since the very beginning of the game, that treasure chest has taunted me. Alright, let's... teleport to the forest. How did I get up here? I know I went through the waterfall, but... I wish this would just let me out there. That wasn't very helpful. Here is a thing. Do we want to be over here? I don't know. Nah. Of course, now the heat... Here is the big piece. So all the wandering around wasn't for nothing. Now I'm gonna have to open up 3 different, like, screenshots and try to puzzle these together. That is helpful. Glad we ran into that. Now, if we could only... Is there a hook shot thing for us to grab onto? Yes, there is. Okay. Where are we? It's all tuckered out. Alright. So much of the joy, I mean, there's the joy of completing the game, right, and just beating it, and you can do that with a walkthrough and a guide, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've done plenty of games like that, but there's also the reward and huge dopamine rush that you get when you solve a puzzle on your own. And that's what we're striving for. Or at least see how much of that we can do. Now, Mason says, there's eventually a page with strong decoding hints, though I've seen people who are super good at ciphers decode it even before they get the hero's laurels. Oh, you said that before. I thought it was a new message. Okay. Alright. I think it was in the other part of the forest that I'm looking for. Bump, 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 bump. Nope, just sitting on my hands over here enjoying watching you figure stuff out on your own. Hey, I'm trying. I'm glad it's entertaining, though. I mean, I think there's also a certain point where, like, if I was, like, heads down, like, with a notebook and trying to, like, solve a cipher, like, doing that on stream, I don't know how enjoyable that would be. Don't know if coming here during the day would be best. I think if I go in this door, if I remember, I could get to the lower level from here. But let me do this just in case. Don't want to die and have my body be halfway across the map. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is the big broken gold thing, gold like obelisk I was talking about. So now let me open up. You all won't be able to see it, but those screenshots that I took when we came across those other pieces. See if I could piece them together. And figure out the inputs. Okay, and now I need the second one. Okie doke. So I have, I mean, you can see some of the very bottom of it, right? So I just gotta figure out how these pieces all go together. And it's funny because I don't know how exactly they're oriented, if they're like upside down or right side up. And sorry if the music cuts out as I'm clicking around off of the game. I don't know why the audio kind of just cuts out as well. So I think that's the middle. That could be the top. Alright, let me start pushing buttons. I think I have half of it figured out. I just don't have the half when it loops back, you know, in on itself. funnily enough, the biggest piece that we found, I think, is the toughest part. Can I rotate this screenshot of mine? Should be able to do that. Maybe if I open it with another program. All right, yes. It kind of helps, kind of doesn't. I mean, that has to be the top, because it can't be the bottom, because I'm looking at the bottom. Man, oh man. Does it look to you like you have all the pieces once it's assembled? It's a great question. I have 3 pieces. And one of the pieces looks kind of jank. So perhaps I don't. You know, we haven't also done a deep dive on our instruction booklet lately. Let's jump to the beginning here and just flip through and see if we notice anything new. We've gone to the story. Nothing looks super... Welcome back. Heir to the heir. I think that's new. Or just we've never noticed that before. I mean, very obvious now since we've gotten the normal ending, right? I like the little fox giving the thumbs up under the options. This whole game's depth of puzzles absolutely gives me flashbacks of my playground days with poorly translated or pages missing manuals, trading tips, and urban legends, and harebrained misconceptions with other kids who rented it from Blockbuster months ago. I've spoken at length of earlier sessions of this game with the exact same sentiments. It 100% takes you back to that exact era, and it's 100% I think intended, because doesn't feel like Breath of the Wild Zelda. It feels like Gold Card Zelda back in the day. Feels like Link to the Past or that original Zelda on Nintendo, where you don't really know, like you have like the instruction booklet has been mangled by all the other kids who rented it before. There may be some notes in there from some other kid, and you're talking to people in the playground about, do this at this bush, put a bomb here, and you never know if it's true or not, because there was no internet. You couldn't really verify anything people were saying on the internet, which is why all those old school video game rumors ran rampant. I couldn't tell you how many. This was a later generation game than those that we were just talking about. But there was a pervasive rumor that everyone swore in the original Smash Brothers on the N64 that there was a way to get Sonic in that game, which of course there was not. How'd they spread? I mean, they would spread like, from a kid. People would lie. People would lie all the time because there was no way to verify it. People would just BS it, and that's how rumors would get started. And also, like, I know, like Nintendo Power and those other video game magazines would have like an April Fool's issue where they would post a screenshot that was doctored, or there'd be, press releases of, games from like in beta or in alpha. So you would see stuff that wasn't in the game that you would think was still in the game because it was in the marketing. And that's how kind of like stuff would sometimes get spread and started. You had a friend who made out on lunch candy swaps because his family could pay for Nintendo Power subscription. Yeah, wild. I mean, those kids were the kings of the playground, who had stuff like that available to them. I believe for far more years than I really should have, that holding up and B while trying to catch gave a significant buff to catch rate in Pokemon. Oh yeah, I mean, and even like you still kind of do that because it's like a placebo effect. Like it feels like it works, so of course it works. Oh man, Pokemon, the first Pokemon game, that game had tons of rumors surrounding it. Not just the up and B stuff, but like Mew. There are so many different urban legends of kids who, like, I found Mew, I fought Mew, ran away, I caught Mew. This happened at 2 in the morning when I was playing. Go to this truck, do this thing. I mean, I've read since of maybe there is a way to get them, but like it's so convoluted and you kind of like, I don't know. I'm not that well versed in thinking about Pokemon Red Blue. It's been far too long. Tunic, the card with the fire and sword on it, seems to be accumulating such. I tried a thing and I think it proves my hypothesis things. Yeah, How much do I weigh? You're doing deadlifts. I weigh 143 pounds, give or take. Are you trying to figure out if you could deadlift my body weight? You probably could. I don't weigh a lot. But now, of course, people can check on a walkthrough, which limits spread of most fascinating fan theories. Yeah, which I think now a lot of games that have a lot of like discourse that like spreads online isn't so much in regards to like gameplay or like do this happens. I think that's why games that get a lot of traction online with of urban legends or theories have to do with like lore. So games that aren't really upfront about like what the story is. I mean, Tunic does that too, right? But like games like Elden Ring and FromSoft games where it's very obtuse in like how it presents the information. I mean, there are a lot of lore videos on Elden Ring. Five Nights at Freddy's, I think, is another game that had a lot of success in like what's actually happening in the story, and people would kind of have their own fan theories and headcanons. Yeah, and a whole bunch of lore icebergs where people would just be discussing the game in that sort of sense, which, I mean, I don't know how much of that was. I think with maybe FromSoft games, that's intentional. And maybe the later entries in Five Nights at Freddy's, it was intentional as well, but I don't know how intentional it was in the very first kind of Freddy's game. Hints and clues. I would love some more. I'm looking at the symbols just to kind of see if there's anything that, like, jumps out at me. Okay, let's look at this note. So, I think we've already done the thing with the Holy Cross in the room that's behind the wall in the little house of the bed. I think that's what this is all saying. What the championship cup is saying, I'm really not sure. Door in the mountains, we know that's a nightmare. Fairies, I mean, we know there is a fairy at that kind of fairy font behind the waterfall. We know, but we just haven't done that puzzle, but we know it's there. Door in the mountains, door in the mountains. I mean, there's those fairies, but not the fairies that we're looking for. Under the well, I don't know if we've gone under the well and looked for fairies. That could be a thing to do. Pretty sure we were at the library and did that. This happy little bird. And this insignia there, that cipher, that symbol. What could it mean? Probably significant. Your weight didn't help. I'm doing 185. That's pretty good. Even when I was lifting weights, I never really got involved in doing deadlifts, even though they're supposed to be very, very good to help you get stronger. I never really trusted my lower back. And we did get the fairies in the quarry. Fleemers, friend, lost echoes. Legend says wearing this allows you to do something. Yep, we have the crown that makes us dash around. Quarry, West Garden, Ruined Atoll. Got the octagon bar, way better for your back. The more I think about this, the more it's like wild to me that people have like translated all of this. Something about 60 seconds and saying shush. Huh. Multitasking, weightlifting, watching you, and doing online defensive driving. That is a lot of multitasking. We did do that thing in the bottom right. So I think there might be another piece or two I need to kind of find before I can put this gold thing all together. That puzzle requires rune reading, but it's not required to get the endings. the star and the shush one. Which is interesting. Well, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. So I'm going to put a cut in this right here. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll be back tomorrow. Give the video a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be back in a couple minutes.